A new rumor says that Indiana Jones is going to reboot. Well, it's not too new. It just came out last week, but we didn't talk about it, so we're going to talk about it today. The Accountant 2 is a big hit on Amazon, furthering the conversation of what's good for streaming and what makes a hit. Netflix is going to set a live-action Solo Leveling series. This is big news, not necessarily for me, but in general. And then Project Hail Mary also sets records. So we got so much to talk about today. And outside of Superman, we're going to go so much more into Superman stuff. We'll probably get into it a little bit today, but for the most part, we're going to get to Superman tomorrow with the guys, Capes and Cowls. Myself and Steph, we're getting into the stories I just told you about. You're going to have a good conversation with us. Let's get into it. It is the Kristian Harloff Show here today. Oh, it's a Thursday. Here we go.
Mustard.
Totally. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday. It is the Kristian Harloff Show. You guys are joining us. Thank you so much. Do you guys know that we are 200 away, 200 people away from 200,000 subscribers on this channel? And I can't thank you guys enough. Everybody watching right now, live, replay, on the Clips channel, wherever it might be, cannot thank you guys enough. The support that you gave. I was just thinking about this morning, how it was a different time, obviously, back in the day where Mark Ellis and I, when we started Schmoes, it took us just around 6 years to get us to 200,000. You guys had helped me do that in around 2.5 years. So maybe, about 2.5. So I thank you guys. We are constantly building up, getting people out here, having conversations, creating a community. And I really, really appreciate you guys doing that. Not only am I thanking you because I genuinely want to thank you, I'm also doing it because I need to stall for time because Steph's computer crashed. So we do have some stuff that I was going back and forth with Luke about it. He's like, do you want to do more Superman stories? I'm like, well, we can talk about Superman. And I know, look, it might mean that it's just, we know how the internet is. You don't see a Superman story, you don't click on it. Indiana Jones, who cares? And you go on to do the next thing. It is what it is. I'd rather just talk about some other stories that's going on in the world of film news except Superman. And I'm sure everybody else is going to be talking about Superman all day long. And like I said, we'll probably mention it. But I just thought today, let's switch it up a little bit. And, poor Steph will probably pay for it because Roxy and Mike sitting high at 203 questions. So mighty and strong. Maybe you guys get us to past that. I don't know. We'll have more to talk about. I'm waiting for, again, like I said, Steph to get here. But one of the things I will say is, as I've been telling you guys about and I keep getting messages about this, and again, thanking the audience and how great you guys are. I had mentioned that I'm working on a pilot. I'm working on potentially doing a Kickstarter definitely doing a Kickstarter for that pilot. And then, as I mentioned with Chris Stuckman being kind of the inspiration, what he did, he was able to get his movie made, and he wound up raising like $1.2 million or something too. I need to raise money for a pilot, and if we get lucky, we raise money for a season, but we're going to try for the pilot. And I finished the script, the first draft of the script with my writing partner, and I actually sent it to a few people. And one of those people I sent it to was Steph. Steph got back to me like immediately. She got back to me like within, 5 hours of reading it, and I was very, very impressed. And not that I'm not thankful for everybody else that I sent it to. They have time, they have schedules. But Steph's and she's not even here yet. So no, she's not here yet. So I'll say this: one of the most genuine people you will ever meet is Steph Sabraw. She's this absolute stand-up human being. Got back to me really quick, gave me some solid notes on it, and I was impressed. I was impressed with how fast she got back to me and had some, like I said, solid notes. But maybe I'll ask her quick. I don't want any plot details to come out, guys, yet. Now I understand what these movies. I don't want any spoilers yet for you guys. Keeping you in the dark about what's going on with this thing. What I'm going to do? I'm going to read this story about Indiana Jones. I'll read it, and then hopefully, I know Steph. Again, she's prepared. She probably read it already. So let's get into the first story. And the rumor is Disney's currently exploring a full Indiana Jones cinematic reboot. Harrison Ford is set to turn 83 next week and retiring from the role of Indy after 2023's Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. Disney and Lucasfilm are said to be working on a reboot. Harrison Ford first played Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was released on June 12, 1981. His last film as Indy was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, released on June 30th, 2023. It's a span of 42 years over 4 decades. Given how popular the character and franchise is in North America, it's not exactly surprising that Disney isn't going to just let the IP sit on the shelf. Per the Diz Insider, Lucasfilm is letting the franchise rest for a bit before they do full reboot of the franchise. I would expect the studio to announce something next year at the D23 Expo, because even though the last film tanked at the box office, Indiana Jones is still an iconic IP, and Disney Lucasfilm did not want to waste that. It's a fair and realistic outlook on where Disney is likely to take the franchise next. The bigger question is now, who could possibly step into the role of a legendary whip-cracking archaeologist and make it their own? Harrison Ford was in his late 30s when he filmed Raiders of the Lost Ark. So if Disney and Lucasfilm are aiming for similarly seasoned Indiana Jones in their reboot, which actor in that age range could realistically take up the mantle and bring the same mix of grit, charm, and adventure to the role? If Chris Pratt wants to keep portraying different versions of Star-Lord, he would certainly be a viable option. He's also the name that most surfaces first in fan casting. Another option would be Ryan Gosling, Glenn Powell, or Alden Ehrenreich, who played a young Han Solo. Another option would be Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Helena Shaw, who was introduced in Dial of Destiny as Indy's goddaughter. She shares several qualities of Indiana Jones: quick thinking, sharp wit, and a talent for escaping dangerous situations. Though her motivations early on learned more profit than discovery. Some fans and media sources have speculated that her character's debut might be a setup for continuing the franchise with a fresh lead at the character. Not long after the movie's release, Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy mentioned that a spinoff starring Shaw was entirely possible. However, given Dial of Destiny's underwhelming box office performance, the studio now seems more inclined to quietly move on from the film rather than pursue any follow-ups tied to it. No matter which path Disney and Lucasfilm choose for the future of their Indiana Jones IP, it seems likely that a reboot announcement is just around the corner. Even Sylvester Stallone's Rambo is reportedly set to have a prequel film hit theaters soon that will likely lead into a reboot of the franchise. Okay, well, here is the good news on all of this. Steph Sabraw is here.
Hi.
What happened? It was a disaster?
I don't know. It just like went pow and turned off.
Just stopped.
But now it seems to be fine.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Let me do this too, because I want to make sure. Let's be equals. Let's try
okay.
this. Is that better?
I can try too.
No, you're good. I think you should be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
Go in a little more.
How's that? Is that better? I think that's better. Right? No. Try one more time. This is what happens when computers mess with us. We could have done this beforehand. Whatever. Who cares? All right. Perfect. So, Steph, here's my thoughts on because I know you read the story already, right? The Indiana Jones. Okay. So, if they're doing a reboot, meaning not a remake, similar to kind of what they're doing, is let's say with like Naked Gun, where it's still a continuation of the story. This is something that I said years ago. I remember sitting next to John Schnepp talking about this and saying what a way that if they're going to try to do something like this, if they're going to try to do it in general, is basically what they did in the Young Indiana Jones series. And there's an episode where they got Harrison Ford back, and he is essentially reflecting on adventures past. So you have Indiana Jones start out as the Indy that we know him, Harrison Ford, where he's essentially passing the torch to the new Indy, whoever that might be. So you can have him in those situations that you had in the new game that they have. To me, the brand new game that came out is the most Indiana Jones next to Last Crusade, and then that game. The Crystal Skull and then the last movie just felt like they were trying to figure out how to do Indiana Jones, and then the game cracked it. The game was, okay, this is how you do Indiana Jones, and that's how they should do that with whatever actor it is. I do think that we could get to a place, and this is the other tricky thing. You and I always differ on this. I think you could get to a place where you could essentially have a version of Harrison Ford doing, like the whoever the actor might be. You could put the face on there. You could do it AI wise. That would be very distracting, I think. I don't really like a lot of the names that were mentioned. I think Chris Pratt is too recognizable as Chris Pratt. I think Alden Ehrenreich doesn't capture the essence of Harrison Ford. We already know that. I still want to see what Anthony and Gruber can do. And I know that Anthony and Gruber is well liked by Harrison Ford because A, he played him in Age of Adeline as a young Harrison Ford and nailed it. And then B, he was the body of Harrison Ford that they replaced in the last Indiana Jones, and he's also in the movies. I guess Harrison Ford has a liking to this kid, and I interviewed him one time on Schmoes, and he was a great guy. So my thought is, go with somebody that can still capture that essence, but pass it off with Indiana with Harrison Ford. I do not think that going with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, as much as I like her as an actress, I think that's a bad choice. I don't think that'll do well at all. I don't think it's the way to go. But what say you?
Yeah, I think I'm not. I just started getting into the Indiana Jones movies. I think they're great. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I think the actors that they listed seem like the most obvious choices that I just think people. I would like to see those actors do different types of roles. I feel like all of them have had that kind of swaggy type of smart ass character before. So it's not like I'm saying they can't do it. It's just like I've seen them do it. So it would be nice to have a new actor, especially for something like Indiana Jones. I don't think you have to have a massive name attached to it. I actually think I would prefer that you kind of in the same way as David Cornsweet. It's like this is his first big role as Superman, and I feel like it's so exciting and gonna be so exciting to watch his career explode. I'd want the same for an Indiana Jones character. I think, yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I love her, but I just think the fans don't
Didn't respond to her. They didn't.
didn't
It's like,
respond.
you got to look at it. It just didn't respond to her, and
Yeah, that's just facts.
yeah, didn't respond to her. But and speaking of the other, this is a conversation we have all the time about like Black Adam, which you bring up all the damn time. That movie Indiana Jones cost over $300 million to make. $300 million to make, which is outrageous. It's outrageous. COVID or not, it's outrageous. This movie, this reboot movie, cannot cost that. Another reason why you don't get a big movie star like Chris Pratt. You get smaller talent. You make a smaller movie. You make something gritty, something like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you don't go over the top with it. And that's you can go over the top with the sequel, whatever the sequel might be. Reboot it to a gritty tone, the way that Raiders was in that first Raiders of the Lost Ark had a gritty tone to it, and at the time in 1981 when it came out, it was kind of creepy for kids and stuff too. I think that's where they got to go back with it. I'm telling you, whoever was involved in that game, get them involved with this movie if they're going to do it. So that's the way you can do it, because it could be if they try to go too big with it again and get a big movie star, it's going to fail. It just will. Do you freeze again? Man, Steph's setup looks good today, but it's frozen. My stuff's glitchy today too. I don't know what's happening. I know one of the reasons, I guess, because I was uploading something, because we're doing for the channel for members and patrons. We have the unedited reactions that I do. And so I was working on that today, and I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. This is why I don't do those things, because it takes me so long to upload them. And now the whole stupid thing is glitchy. So I knew this was going to happen. Anyway, you back? No. We're back for a second. Frozen again. So far, so good on today's show. Oh, there she goes. I don't know what the hell's going on with her thing today. Anyway, what do you guys make of the Indiana Jones potential remake, reboot, whatever it might be? You think should they let it go? I know there's going to be some people who say just let it go and maybe it was a different time, but I think that there is something to be said. I think the video game proved it. I really do think the video game proved it, that you can still make that character, those adventures, that time work. And it felt like it just worked in with those first three movies, man. I felt like playing that game. I was like, oh yeah, I'm back. This is what it's supposed to feel like. And it's just the people making the films and TV shows aren't. And that's another point I wanted to bring up to Steph, not here. That is why one of the reasons, again, that I have an issue with Dave Filoni taking over. What's Dave Filoni really know about Indiana Jones? I don't know. And he would be in charge of this. Is he a big Indiana Jones guy? Does he like? Are we just gonna say, let's just make an Indiana Jones animated series? Like what's he gonna do? He's not the guy. He doesn't make films. And Carrie Beck is also they're new, so you're gonna give them the reins and say, okay, now make Indiana Jones films too, besides Star Wars. They're gonna do that. I don't know. I think Steph made it back. Did you make it back? Are you good?
So,
That's okay. The other point I made though too, Steph, when you're out, is this is why I'm one of the reasons I'm so hesitant about Dave Filoni. What does Dave Filoni know about Indiana Jones? I mean, not that he doesn't know anything about it, but like it seems like everything when we talk about Filoni and Beck is like Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. And you forget that this is also part of Lucasfilm is Indiana Jones. If they're going to do it and he's going to take over Indiana Jones too, you want that guy in charge of writing Indiana Jones? No, thanks. I mean, how do you feel? Did you freeze again? We're having a rough day with Steph. This is like Mike. Today's a rough one. Anyway, you back, Steph? What's happening today? It's like Mike, and now your sound's gone. Perfect. What is going on? Are you? Did Mike become an X-Men and learn how to like Mystique? Is this Mike that I'm talking to? Oh, it's one second. I actually saw. It's funny. I saw. I can't remember what it was. I saw some comedian who had for the first time he had like one of the sign language people, and he loved the fact that he had that. And he was making the sign language person to say the most awful shit. It was hilarious. Can't hear you still. Are you back?
Something.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, something about my mic is shutting off my computer.
Oh.
No, I just replugged everything, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Let's try to get that point out, and then we'll move to the next. Okay. So as far as like, you see what I'm saying with Filoni?
Yeah. I can't help but to agree with it. It does. That's the hard part about having Lucasfilm attached to Indiana Jones, because I do feel like it's like a completely different entity. So they would have to have a different team, I feel like, in charge of it.
You would hope so, but they're not going to. I can't hear you. Well, all right, we'll see if Steph can get it back. But thank you guys as far as putting your comments and your thoughts in there in regards to Indiana Jones. Continue to do so on the Clips channel in the live thing. What do you guys make about this story? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right, we're going to give Steph a second to get everything back in order, and I'll tell you guys about Hydro. I'm going to tell you about Hydro, and I'm going to tell you about Factor, two great sponsors who've been here with us all week. I hope you guys have been taking advantage. Check it out. The warm weather is beginning, and juggling vacations, visitors, zero routine. Hydro brings me back to that structure so I can get it quick. I can get efficient workouts that keep me feeling grounded no matter what the calendar looks like. Hydro to me is kind of the secret weapon for a full body workout. It's like 86% of your muscles, arms, legs, core, all of it. You knock it out in 20 minutes. Super efficient, and it actually works. So one thing that I really love about it is you don't get bored. Hydro, it has so many workouts. It's got tons of workouts. Actual Olympians are telling you what to do. And they're filmed in these gorgeous outdoor spots all over the world. It makes it way easier to stay motivated. So if you're on the fence, there's free shipping, a 30-day risk-free trial. That alone is perfect. Hydro offers a full year warranty. Honestly, there's no pressure. Try it out. See how it feels. So a lot of people getting a good sweat in used to mean hours in the gym. But with Hydro, all at home, on my schedule, 20 minutes. On the weekend, it's the best. Rowing on my Hydro, it gets me that full body workout without ever having to leave my house. So convenient. I just have it set up in my place. And I was like, okay, weekend, can I get out? What am I doing? We're busy. You know what? I have 20 minutes. Boom. In my house, convenient. Hop in the shower afterwards. I am good. So skip the gym, not the workout. Stay on track with Hydro. For a limited time, go to hydro.com. Use that code Kristian. Save up to $475 off of your Hydro. That is HYDROW.com. Use the code Kristian. Save up to $475. Hydro.com. Code Kristian. All right, summer. It is here. More sun, more light, more time to do all the things that make summer so special. Number one thing you don't want to do all summer, you don't want to spend hours cooking inside. Trust me, hot. That's where Factor comes in. Factor chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. Factor powers your day sun up to sundown with nutritious breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Factor has your whole day covered. Enjoy more this summer and get Factor if you want all the flavors and none of the fuss. Absolutely love Factor. You guys know I've been talking about Factor forever because it is so good, and they give you the options that you need. If you have a particular diet that you're on, that for me is like, I'm all about the protein right now, guys. And boy, did they have just delicious stuff. I love coming back from, if it's a day at work, if it's something that I need to do, if I'm coming back from the gym, Factor has me covered. So get started at factormeals.com/Kristian50off. Use that code Kristian50off to get 50% off free shipping on your first box. That's code Kristian50off at factormeals.com/Kristian50off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/Kristian50off. Thank you to both Factor and to Hydro. And again, the links are in the description for both. I really hope that you guys are taking advantage of this while they're here. Absolutely worth it. And it helps out the show. I hope Steph's back. I think she's back. Steph, are you back?
I think so.
I think so for now. Good luck.
Something's a little loose all the way all, so hopefully that's the issue.
All right, let's see. Fingers crossed. But
okay.
So, all right, here you want there's bad news and bad news.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start with the bad news.
All right. Well, the bad news is that Roxy and Mike are sitting atop right now with 203.
They're a good duo.
Yeah. The follow-up bad news is because of the lack of Superman news today, which is a smaller stream, and you currently stand at 6.
I know when I got one news story and it was the possible Indiana, I was like, okay, Superman is.
Yeah, we knew we were in trouble today. There wasn't a lot of Superman tomorrow. So, nonetheless, I like having conversations with you. So let's have the conversations in general. But before you came on, I gave you some props because I told you that we're working on this show and that you not only read it, you got back to me super fast. And you had some great notes, really great notes, without kind of spoiling the story. Obviously, you think the audience is going to dig it?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I wasn't surprised of how good it was, but it was really nice to see that my, I guess, assumption of what you would make landed with what it like. It's very, very good. It's funny off the page, which it's really hard to write comedy that's funny off the page. And then the character.
I was getting a good review before the sound went out. Sounds okay.
Okay, is it back?
No, it's back now.
Okay, characters are the most important thing to me. There's main characters that are the stars, and that's good. You want your main characters to be the stars, but all the side characters are funny, and that to me was so great. And then the biggest thing about a pilot is that you have to set up your characters and then make me care.
Yeah.
And I felt like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? And that was really exciting. So it's excellent. I cannot wait for it to be made.
Oh, that's very kind. And I was like, and where I was like, I wanted to make sure I had different points of view on it. Right. So I sent it to a bunch of different people, and I wanted to make sure that I had your voice on it. I want to make sure I had, like Roxy. I want to get thoughts on. First of all, I want to get some female voices on it. I want to get some. I want to also get different generations' thoughts on it, and because like you, both myself and Martini, who obviously is so funny. You know who she looks like? I was realizing this today. She's like a cross between Carrie Ann Moss and Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Yeah, and like
Carrie Ann Moss is my girl crush.
She just did Katie's show, by the way. Katie's Hackle show.
Oh, really?
This week it just went up. But
I'll have to watch.
Yeah, so we're really pumped about it because it worried about, not worried about, but when you're so close to it and you're reading it, and we were like, we think it's funny, and her husband read it, and he's not easy to make laugh, and he said he was laughing out loud. And the real test for me was I gave it to my wife, who's a tough critic, especially with me, and she's like, I love this, and I would watch it. And I was like, wow.
Oh my gosh. I
So,
know it's so nerve-wracking showing
yeah,
the person who knows you so well, something like that. No, it's really I was like, "Phew, this is awesome."
good.
I'm like, "This is really, really genuinely funny." And Tell Martini, when I saw the
Yeah.
name, I didn't know who your writing partner was. I was like,
Okay.
"What a fabulous woman." Like,
Yeah,
this is the best name ever.
her name's Martinique, which is a cool
Oh,
name too.
Martinique.
Yeah,
That's awesome too.
yeah. And so she's great. And you weren't able to make my farewell show, were you, at Comedy Store?
No, I was on the outside. I
Outside,
went to
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
She performed that night.
Oh, okay.
But so we're and the two of us are really on the same page, because we were like, what we want to do here. This is like the way that it used to work. You write a script, you get it to a literary agent, they ship it out, and then they tell you, okay, great. Even if you do get lucky and that they do want it, they go, okay, great. They'll buy it for X amount of dollars, and then you barely have any involvement on it, or you do when you have a producer on it, and then they cast whoever they want to cast in it, and that's it. With the way that the world is too now, and the tools that we have, you can do things on your own. And I've been blessed enough that I've been in this space, and as we see every day on this show, I'm also blessed to have the type of support and really incredible audience that we have that wants to support, that we're like, let's just try to do this thing ourselves, and like we take the power. We become the executives. We become the ones, because Martini said it too. She said, we could do if we wanted to, and we do, and we're able to have a successful Kickstarter. We could start a whole channel around this thing. We could start a whole, like universe around this thing. We could, and because like you just said the key thing for me, which is like, you gotta, if you, and someone else, another person that read it yesterday said the same thing, that where is it going to go next? If you don't say where's it going to go next, then you won't care.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Almost. It's a disaster today. What's going on with you? Oh, now you froze too. Okay, well, either way.
Disaster. Okay, it keeps turning off my mic, so I have to keep that back. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was thinking the whole time, you don't know exactly where it's going, but you're like, obviously we're meeting the ex-wife and
Yeah.
him at the same time. So like they have to, things have to happen.
Things have to
But you don't know what.
Right.
I'm like, what is it? So it's like that's the power of great characters.
Good.
And a relatable story.
So
in some ways.
Yeah. So the question's gonna be like, for when audience can find out more about it, what we're gonna do is like I said, I have the script. I have the script out to some people. Martini has the script out to some people, and then we get notes back. And then once we implement those notes, we're gonna send it off to the director, who's gonna read it next week. And if that director decides that they want to do it, then we start to cook with gas. So I am hopeful and crossing my fingers. I believe the director will respond to it. I do believe the director is going to respond to it, but I'm just my fingers are crossed.
Definitely.
Okay.
Especially with, I don't know, I just think I didn't watch this show, but I just like how Netflix is buying shows like this, the Tire Show, and there's just like these funnier comedian, like people want comedies again. I feel like
that's why I want to shoot it myself, Steph. I want to shoot it in a way that it looked like it already looked like Netflix shot it, and then you go, hey, all you guys got to do is distribute it. That's it.
Right.
That's what I want to do. All right, let's get to the next topic, which again, The Accountant 2. I'm not necessarily sure how it did in the box office. I dug it. I thought it was a good movie. I liked it a lot. And I think it did okay, but it's crushing on streaming. It's doing really well on streaming. It's one of those things that people are checking out. And The Accountant 2 is a hit on Amazon. The Ben Affleck, John Bernthal action sequel, The Accountant 2, has pulled in nearly 80 million viewers worldwide since its June 5th launch. As a result, the Gavin O'Connor directed title has officially ranked as Amazon MGM Studios' second most watched film of all time, covering a 28-day period. They haven't indicated what is number one, though. It's most likely last year's Roadhouse remake. The Accountant 2 also took the number one spot on Nielsen's movie chart during its debut week with 1.384 billion minutes streamed. Film was released in cinemas earlier this year with an exclusive theatrical window, snagging 103.2 million worldwide, though only 24.5 of that was domestic. The rest of it was overseas. Title then landed on Prime at a rapid speed, coming to SVOD just 42 days after hitting cinemas. Talk of a third film has already been swirling ever since, with those involved seemingly keen on the idea. That includes first film co-star Anna Kendrick, who sat out the second film but says she'd love to return, with O'Connor confirming back in April they've had discussions. This is why the movie business is so different now. It's so different. I know my video's choppy too. It's because of the upload. I had to do an upload for my Patreon and members. And one of the things that we have been doing is these unedited things. And so I haven't been doing it. PLD's been doing them, but he couldn't do it today. And then I tried to do it, and it's just up. That's why I don't do them, because the upload takes forever. And by the time I was like, oh, you know what? I'll upload while I'm doing the live show. So that hence why this show is a technical disaster. It's a technical disaster.
It's me.
Yeah. Either way, this is The Accountant, to me, is a really good movie, but it proves to me why streaming has just completely changed, right? Like, you gauge it. We keep getting a comment about F1. It's like, oh, it's not successful. First of all, the amount of money that it's made so far is indeed a success for what it is, because you couple that with the amount of buys Apple is going to get on Apple alone, and the streaming numbers that movie's going to do. That's going to be one of the biggest movies for Apple on the streaming service when it comes out. And you gauge the numbers that way too. Like, Amazon right now is probably getting tons and tons of buys for this, and getting people who already have Prime signing up to look at it. And this is a major hit for Amazon. So this is a major win in general for this movie and Gavin O'Connor, right?
Totally. When it came to streaming and it was available on Prime, I was like, oh, this is really smart, because I feel like a lot of people, this just makes sense for this movie. I get why they did theatrical. I love the first one, and the trailer was so good. I was excited to see it, and we saw it in theater, but my family saw it at home, so it kind of just showed the different demos going on. And it's a really good movie, and it's a really good sequel. Yeah. So that, I think this is a total win. And in terms of F1, I completely agree with you. They're not just going for the big box office. It's like filling the whole business that they have going on. The streaming site, Apple products, all of that.
Yeah. So I think this is a major win for Amazon. There will be a third one for sure, because even look at Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore it probably cost a hefty little amount. That movie's going to be a massive hit for Netflix.
Right.
And they probably, if they want to do Happy Gilmore 3, they probably will. But you're going to get an Accountant 3 for sure. They'll be knocking on Gavin O'Connor's door real fast if they haven't done it already, especially if Anna Kendrick and him already talking about it. It was a hit. I mean, the second movie really played off the dynamic even more with John Bernthal and Ben Affleck, and it worked brilliantly. And I think they should continue that. I think the buddy aspect of it. Yeah, I think there's only so long you can go with the premise of the fact that, he's autistic, I believe, and he's got the way that his brain works and the things that he does, you can do that in the first movie, but then by the second one, you put a little bit more flair into it by having someone with his condition kind of going then with his brother who's just trying to get his affection, and then you start to see how that's working. That, to me, really has become the core of the story. And if they do that, plus now you add in back Anna Kendrick, it really could work. Totally. All right, let me see.
Wait, am I back?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking the first one, I love the budding relationship between him and Anna's character, because you're thinking like, you don't even think that the romantic possibility could be there. And then you kind of see them geeking out about the numbers at the whiteboard. And I was like, oh my, this is the cutest thing ever. And Level Spectrum's like my favorite show in the world. Right. So there's just something so honest about that romance, and they have great chemistry.
Uh-oh. Every time. Yeah. You're not here, Steph. I took your breath away. I took your breath away.
Thank you. Thanks for filling the space for me.
Yeah, he comes in. He didn't even show up on screen for that one.
he's just there supporting me from
Yeah.
above. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can see his 2 balls right now. Yeah.
It's like the bat signal. You
The
just
second,
froze.
the sequel being natural progression. I don't know what to do.
Let's talk
So
about it.
bad. Okay,
All right.
I'm giving up hope right now.
No, don't give up hope. Because now I'm here. Smooth as
Okay.
butter. Smooth as butter. Look at that. I'm just going to stay here. And you try to
You
talk.
are.
And if you freeze, I will sing a song.
Yeah. See, this is why you're.
Fuck yeah.
You're
Okay.
a great imp.
Stop that. You're frozen in time. And that's okay. I'm here to save the day.
Just thank you for the sequel made.
Oh my God, I need a beer. You're still trying to talk. I don't know why you're doing it. I said what? I said screw it. It's me. I'm big. I'm the big old balls. I'm the BALLS. I'm the balls, the big old balls. Here I am with a flippity-dee and a flippity-doo and a shippity-dee. Steph is there with a little ears. Yeah. 3 cheers for Steph. Okay. You like that?
Have you sang that one before?
No, that's off the cuff, baby.
That was one of your best, honestly. I would probably put that on.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was a nice one.
You frozen in time?
Am I frozen again?
No, you're okay for now. We'll see you
Okay,
frozen in
thank
about
you.
33 seconds, Mike Kalinowski.
I know. I feel like maybe Mike's cursing me since he left this day, and now I'm just here to forge on my own.
He's a dickhead.
Right. Right. I couldn't agree more with you.
Okay.
It's wrong.
Yes. Yeah, you finish your thought, and I'll sing another song once you freeze again.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems like I have about like 45 seconds before things happen. So I love the sequel, love the brother journey. Think they can keep going with that since it ended on if you didn't finish it. I don't want to spoil it, but basically they're gonna hang out more together. So I want to see that. I want to see what that looks like, and then also throw in the romance.
Look at that. We didn't even need big balls.
Was that good? Okay.
Perfect. Good stuff. All right. Well, we'll see. This is a clip and a half for the Clips channel. You got choppy me and frozen in time Steph. This is a show and a half. So what do you guys make of The Accountant 2? You think this is a hit? Do you think, I don't know, well, it didn't do that great in the box office, so who cares if it did good in streaming? Or this is the way it works now? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Steph, you know what I really want to try to do, but it would be such a risk because you keep freezing, right? So what I was thinking about, because I'm so choppy, I feel that if I restarted my computer, I feel like I might be able to come back and not be choppy. But the question is, you would have to host the show by yourself with a potentially frozen video.
Right. Like, can we bring, like, is Galaxy Geeks here? Like, can we bring someone in as a moderator?
He's on the road. So we're, this is those times where I feel like this. But it is what it is. Look, I don't know what you got out of this clip. I don't know what you did. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to read another story, and then we're going to get to the questions, because today's one of those days. It happens to the best of us. Here is this story. Netflix is setting a live action solo leveling series. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what this is, but I can tell you that it's very popular. Netflix has announced that production is underway on the Korean live action series adaptation of a celebrated web novel and anime, Solo Leveling. Steph, I'm assuming you're aware of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Haven't seen it, but I know it.
You know of it. Okay. The story unfolds in a world where supernatural gates have been thrown open, unleashing monstrous threats. Byung Woo Suk has been cast in the lead role of Sung Jin Woo, an E-rank hunter, the lowest tier, who gains extraordinary abilities after a near-death experience. As he levels up, he becomes humanity's unexpected hope, defending against escalating threats emerging from beyond the mystery's gates. So they're going to do a live action series here. That's kind of cool. Sounds cool for I like what they're doing here. The franchise began as a 2016 Korean web novel before expanding into a webtoon anime series and a video game. The novel and tune have managed a jaw-dropping 14.3 billion cumulative views worldwide since its debut. The anime adaptation swept 9 major categories in the 2025 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, including Anime of the Year, Best Action, and Best Character. Live action series adaptation promises vivid characters, dynamic action sequences, exhilarating quests, and to set a new standard for live action adaptations. After some initial failures, most notably Cowboy Bebop, Netflix struck anime to live action gold with One Piece, which has a second season coming early 2026. Project will be co-directed by Lee Hae-jun and Kim Bong-soo, with Netflix teaming with Keko Entertainment and Senai Pictures on the production. Okay, so I do not know of this. It sounds pretty interesting, though. I'll tell you that.
You hear me in this?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna switch mics.
Okay, good.
Okay, let's see if this is okay.
No, they can't. No, that's where I can hear you.
Oh my god, I thought this was plugged in.
No, your K-pop microphone isn't working.
Okay, we're gonna.
You're gonna stick with this. Look, we're gonna power through this, you and I.
Okay. Thank you, Kristian.
It's not just you, because my stuff is pretty. My mic's not going out, but I'm glitching. So
you're a good guy. You're a good guy.
I don't know. We'll see. But either way, this is something I think is gonna be interesting. But what's your take on it?
I think I'm always curious what they're gonna do, because it said live action, right? I missed the first part. I didn't know if they were readapting.
Yeah, it's live action.
With their live actions, they're hit and miss for me. So I none of them are awful, but I just think some animated shows don't transition well to live action unless you make major changes, and that you're gonna upset someone. But I think the best way to go to live action is to make some tweaks, because there are some things about anime that only anime can pull off, and that's why every medium has its own vibe, it's just like how every genre you're expecting certain things to happen, and you should deliver that to the audience. That's what it is, the same thing for anime or what live action. So I feel like they're getting better, so I would be hopeful. I haven't seen the anime, so I'm not like sure if it's a story that I'm like yes, but it sounds like a story that could be really cool in live action version. Is that something great, like you would like?
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I mean, look, like I said, I'm just not I shouldn't say I'm not a fan. I'm just not, I've never really responded to anime. Doesn't mean that I'm not a fan of it. I understand why it's popular, and I think there's great stories that come out of it. But when One Piece was announced, or in the trailer came out, I remember looking at the trailer saying, this seems like something like my 13-year-old will really enjoy, and maybe I'll watch it with her. I didn't watch it with her at all. I watched the whole series and reacted to it by myself, and I loved it. Loved this series. Thought it was great. Really understood what they were going for. I love the wackiness of it. And this doesn't sound as wacky as One Piece, but it sounds pretty cool. So depending on how it's adapted. And Cowboy Bebop, I was going to try, but then I heard such bad things about it that I was just like, I'm not going to watch it. I heard it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, I couldn't get past the first episode. My brother liked it. So I think it worked for some people. But I kind of felt like I don't know, it was trying to do it justice, and I loved the cast, so I was so bummed. But they just had some changes that made it not work for me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I heard not great things about it. So, guys, thoughts on this? You think this is going to be a hit? Are you fans of the original property? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Okay. Let's go next. Where are we going here? Next one this is all about Daredevil. Daredevil. And Born Again Season 2 has officially wrapped, confirms showrunner Dario Scarpin. How does it? Scarpin? I guess so. It's a wrap for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. As showrunner, Dario Scartapane has taken to social media to announce that shooting has concluded on The Man Without Fear's next batch of episodes. Looks like that might be for Daredevil Born Again. Set photos for a while. Showrunner Dario Scartapane has taken to Instagram to confirm the shooting has wrapped on the upcoming second season. Reshoots are always possible, but it will move into post-production. Daredevil Born Again was announced by Marvel Studios as an 18-episode series that was soon broken up into 2 seasons, though we'd later learn that season 2 will consist of 8 episodes rather than 9. As for potential season 3 that's been talked about but isn't likely to be confirmed until Disney Plus sees how the second batch of episode performs. So Scartapane said this: "That is a wrap on season 2. Thank you to all who made this something truly special." He lists the cast. Thanks to Michael Shaw and the entire art department, all the names, and then best crew ever. There are no surprise names in that cast list, though fans hope that Oda Young might be making a surprise appearance as Elektra, similar to John Bernthal's return as the Punisher in season 1. Season 2 set photos haven't told us much, though we know The Man Without Fear will be joined by Karen Page, Jessica Jones, and the new White Tiger. The Kingpin, meanwhile, will have tightened his grip on the Big Apple as mayor. That's the actual post itself. I really like Daredevil season, well, Born Again, I guess, whatever, the new season. You liked it as well, didn't you?
I haven't gotten there yet because we're on season. I think we're on the final season of Daredevil, so of the Netflix. So then we're gonna go to it. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. It just is. There's so many previous episodes.
Yeah, there are a lot. That's what people kept telling me to have Sam react to Daredevil, and I was like, look, I want her to move on to new things past the MCU. And like she went into town this week. So we just finished Loki season 2 episodes 1 through 4. I'm like, oh, we're going to finish 5 and 6 on Monday. And then we're going to get to the Marvels on Tuesday. And she had to cancel both days because she's going out of town and I was like, oh, damn it. So we're like, when she gets back, we're going to have to finish that up, and it's going to push it because we got our live event coming up on August 9th. And I'm like, okay, can we finish the MCU before then? And we're going to do Agatha because people kept asking about it, but we're going to wait on Daredevil. We're going to wait on it. But Daredevil season 2, Born Again season 2, rather, I want to see where the story goes. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think, though, after season 2, though, just move him into the movies. You're already moving the Punisher into movies. The Punisher's coming into. I mean, we already had him once in Spider-Man No Way Home, but give him more to do. And the Punisher's going to be a full character in the new Spider-Man movie. So that's got to be next, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I feel like Charlie Cox is such a lovable lead, so it makes sense to move him on the big screen. I feel like he's a massive asset for Marvel, so why wouldn't they? I like him. I like obviously the series. I love the series, and I can't wait to get to the new Disney Plus series of it. But yeah, it feels like kind of a no-brainer. I get why they did it with John Bernthal, because in the same way, he's just like such a great lead. And I feel like both of those actors are actually underutilized most of the time.
Yeah. So, look, I like the fact that it's on schedule. The fact that they already have. I liked the story a lot. It didn't do like phenomenal. I don't think it did terrible, but it didn't do. I kind of think the numbers that they thought it was going to do. But I'm pumped nonetheless that they're still doing season 2. I don't think they should push it though. I really don't think they should push it. If it like does like blockbuster numbers and people actually go, oh yeah, this is great, and it does like significantly better than the first season, then maybe you explore it. But I think you just plan on doing 2 seasons. I think that's
yeah.
What do you guys think about this? You think that they should continue and try to do more Daredevil? Do you like the fact that they've wrapped season 2? Did you like season 1? Put your thoughts in there. I want to know. Okay, last story before we move on to the questions here. Did you watch the Project Hail Mary trailer, Steph?
No.
It's the Ryan Gosling one, and
yeah, I thought that was the Star Wars movie for a second. The one where he's in space.
Yeah. So I haven't seen the trailer yet. I missed the trailer when it hit. So my rule is if I missed it, I'm not going to react to it. I don't watch trailers. I just want to go in kind of flying blind. But man, I am one of the few people who hasn't seen this trailer because it sets a trailer record. The trailer launched last week for Phil Lord and Chris Miller's new film Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling, a smashed trailer viewing records. The film centers on a science teacher who wakes up in the middle of space with no idea who he is or how he got there. It's based on the book by The Martian author Andy Weir. The title reportedly had the biggest launch week of an original film movie trailer ever, with 400 million views, as well as being the biggest trailer launch in Amazon MGM Studios history. While films that are sequels, spin-offs, or remakes have done much better numbers, this is said to be the biggest for an original title, albeit in an adaptation of a book Miller and Lord wrote in a joint statement. Holy moly. Thank you for all your glorious, generous fans of movies, books, near light speed, space travel, the sun, for pushing the trailer for Project Hail Mary past 400 million views, the most in 1 week for a film that's not a sequel or a remake, ever. Can't wait to thank some of you in person at San Diego Comic-Con and Hall H with our pals Ryan Gosling, Andy Weir, and Drew Goddard. It'll be a great show. Amazon MGM Studios will hold its first Hall H appearance at San Diego Comic-Con this year from the 24th to 27th. There's so much I love about this. First part I love about it is the obvious. It's the original movie, again, based on a book that is gathering people's attention. All right, great. 2, Ryan Gosling, we all agree, he's got charm, he's got charisma. He hasn't had a big hit in a while. People don't rush out to see his stuff. Maybe they are going for this. Lord and Miller, always hoping that they're going to do great things. I love Drew Goddard, everyone else involved. But what I really loved about it is how they capitalized on it. And they said, hey, everybody paid attention to this. We're going to make a statement. By the way, we're going to be at Comic-Con. We're going to show you some more stuff. And they used it as promotion within doing this. I thought it was really smart. What did you think of all this news?
Yeah, I thought I love this article. It's super just charming and excited to see that people are excited about a movie. When it first started the trailer, I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm so excited. Star Wars this feels so different." And then I was like, "This isn't Star Wars." And then I think is it A24? It's something like so not Star Wars. But it was in space and I saw Ryan Gosling. So that was enough for me to just make a whole wrong assumption.
Yeah, it's Amazon MGM.
Okay, Amazon MGM. As it kept going, it was just a really it just seems like a fun, stressful time. And it feels like a cool movie. I definitely am interested in it for all the reasons. Lord and Miller for sure. Ryan Gosling's just such a great lead. And I love a space movie. And so and it's like kind of apocalyptic as well, which I love that genre. So it feels like a total win. And I'm excited people want to go to the theater to see it. And that Comic-Con is reviving. Like I feel like there was a moment where I was like, is Comic-Con not like gonna be the place anymore? That's so sad. But it feels like it's coming back.
I don't know. Is it? I mean,
you don't think so?
No, and I'll tell you what, Comic-Con can still be a place of celebration for fans. It really can. But like if you're a studio and doing what they do, the amount of money that is essentially wasted. Look, the people who are going to it for Hall H don't feel that way. They get a fun thing, but it's like, what are you spending the money on, really? What promotion? Your trailer that you're talking about, everything else too, is going to be online. I mean, when it was created, when they started doing it, there was not that kind of big social media push that was out there that you'd start to get the hype about it, and people would write about it, and the media would write about it. And now it's like the same stuff. They release it online, and it's fun for a fan experience. But if you're a studio and you're putting that much money into it, and I've said this many times over, unless you're going to make it and you're going to really spend the money and make it a show and put the money into it, make it a show, and release that show on your streaming and make the deal with Comic-Con or whatever it is too, put on a full-on show and spend the money. And don't just have the host, the one moderator that we see all the time going, so what was it on set that really was the funniest thing that happened? And tell you guys, look at that. Who's that over there? Hey! And it's like, what? It's the same shit. And it's like, oh, and here's your questions, Q&A. And somebody gets up and goes, did you wear a suit? Thank you. It's like, I get it that you're giving people opportunity, but it doesn't make an entertaining thing. And what you do is you put on a damn show, because you don't show the trailer until the end of the damn panel. It's what everybody's there for in the first place. And they tease you with photos and all that. It's the same tired shit. So make it fun and make it a show
Yeah,
And
I agree with
yeah,
that. Yeah, you gotta make it a show for sure. You're on the
yeah,
stage. It's a
yeah.
performance. But I just think there's something so magical about it. So, and I'm not saying that, like, the biggest studios need to be doing this, but I for, like, things like I remember the Sci-Fi Network and The Magicians was really in one year, and I just thought, like, I got to interview all of them. I was like, "This is really cool for
Yeah.
shows like this, where it has, like, super niche audiences, and you get to experience them, they get to experience their fans, everyone's dressed up, like, there's something so magical about it."
Definitely. I don't disagree with you at all, but again, in the business side of things, like that, like, because you're promoting, like, I can't even tell you how many shows we have seen promoted, and the billboards are everywhere, or and posters are everywhere for this show that you think is going to be the biggest show ever, and it eats dog shit and never gets past 5 episodes. And it's like the amount of money that they put in to market it at Comic-Con and the stuff that they did at Comic-Con, they probably it's incorporated to the loss. It's like, what are you doing really, except the same formula again and again and again that is doing nothing? Oh, let's put billboards all over the place with this show that we have coming out. We'll have the cast do interviews with Fandango and do this stuff. What does that do? It doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
It just doesn't do it as far as money goes. Like,
right.
put on a damn concert and put it on your streaming service and clip it out. Don't let me take your moments and make those virals for my channel. Do it on your channel. Do it on your big
Mhm.
things. And look, we're doing a full-on push for this, and look at all the stuff that we had. And it's a full dedicated channel to this show and whatever it might be, and you're documenting. Put the money there. Don't just let other people do it, and then stream your damn panel. Say, like, hey, look, Hall H, we're streaming this panel. We're going to go big. And that's how you get more eyes on it. But I don't understand why they still haven't done that. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Those were a lot of good ideas.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Hail Mary, though. And look, that, I guess that goes to my point. Hail Mary did billions of, or did whatever it did millions of views inside of this trailer itself. Didn't need Comic-Con for it.
Right.
The trailer didn't need Comic-Con. It's got more interest. It's good for a movie like that to go there. But yeah, this movie clearly has people interested. So I don't know. 400 million views is what it's got. What do you guys think? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. What do you think overall about this movie? Are you excited for it? And what do you think about Comic-Con in general? You think it's something that obviously I think Comic-Con should exist. I think they should still do it. I think that Steph is 100% right. It is a lot of fun for fans. It's a geek oasis. It is, and I say that as a geek. It's a lot of fun to go there and do those things. But as far as and Comic-Con wasn't that in 2000 and before, like 2003, 2000, whenever it was, before the studios really started to go, it was a place. It was essentially what Comic-Con was 2 years ago during the pandemic when no studios were there. Anyway, put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right, Steph, we right now have 19 getting
Okay.
into it. 19. So you've got to have some kind of miracle right now to take out Mike
Mhm.
and Roxy, but it's you. So I never say that you can't do it. 19, can we get to 203 to tie? We shall see. All right, Steph, you ready for the first one?
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. And before we do that, Steph, what's going on with the channel, and what's the latest with the channel?
Oh, okay. So I just I had to make the intro video. It was like this. Had this animated idea. So
Yeah.
I just got it. That was kind of the finishing touches of the videos. I had to just wait to put
Mm-hmm.
the intro in. And so basically everything's ready. And I just need to confirm the rollout schedule. So
Awesome.
that's it.
Okay.
So I'm excited that
I'm
that's all
excited for
done.
you too. Yeah. So make you go between you and Brett. Brett just launched his channel, and yesterday he's almost at 500 subscribers already.
Oh,
Go, Brett.
good. That's awesome.
Just launched it. Okay. And yeah, Sean McCabe, been super busy, Kristian. Just wanted to take a moment and send my gratitude to you and the whole team for your hard work you put in. Thank you, Sean. This community is great. See you in a few weeks. All the best. Thank you, Sean. You're looking forward to seeing you as well. We're doing if you guys didn't know this already, Sam and I are doing a show. So pumped for this one. It's going to be Sam's recap, her first live show. You can watch the live stream, watch it in person. August 9th. Come see us at Green Room 42. I hope that we can sell it out. It'll make Sam feel real good. Okay. That, again, that was from one of our loyal members, Sean. Thank you, Sean. 20 now, Steph. 20. We're building.
Okay.
We're building as we're going. And Tristan Green says, just showing love. Also, by the way, Steph, how them gym pants doing? What's that mean?
They're done. I ripped a pair of gym pants right up the crack in the middle of working out. Luckily, I almost didn't bring a jacket in there. I always do because it's cold and then I get hot and I can take it off. But it's so hot now, I almost didn't bring it. Something told me bring it, and thank God, or else I would have had to walk out with my hands cupped to my butt.
When did that happen?
On Monday.
Oh, what? Did you posted about that?
Yeah. Well, because I had just posted that I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and I never listened to K-pop, and I obsessed with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh yeah, just going. I have this on volume 100 at the gym, and then 2 minutes later, pants busted.
Hilarious. Mike Joyce. Indiana Jones is a product of the 80s. Let it rest. I disagree thoroughly. The only good one was Last Crusade. Oh, Mike, come on, stop this. Stop it. That is not true at all, and it's not just a product of the 80s. It's not even an 80s movie. It was based off the 1930s kind of serials, and so they can definitely capture that adventures, and that's why movies like The Mummy and National Treasure worked, because they took the essence of what Indiana Jones was. So no, I don't agree with you. I think that it's like any other franchise. And anytime anyone says, let the franchise die, I always push back and say, no, it depends on who the team is. I don't think Terminator should die. Clearly, Predator shouldn't have died. And a lot of people thought Predator would. Dan Trachtenberg got a hold of it and did a really good job with Prey. If you get the right person with the right take, that's the question. This is where the powers that be are the most important part of this puzzle. You've got to hire the right team and not just try to, people love Indiana Jones. They'll do anything. He'll watch anything that he does. Not the truth. You got to grab the right take on it. So we'll see. Chris J. Herman. Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk. Mr. J. Herman, I don't want a live action reboot of Indy, but I would love a 2D or 2.5D animated film. Troy Baker can voice him, have it look like Spider-Verse. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it if Troy Baker did it, because I'm a big fan. That Troy Baker's the same one, Steph, that did the voice of, it sounds just like Harrison, young Indy in that video game. So an animated thing. Cool. Yeah, an animated film. If they were gonna, and I said that before, look, I'll backtrack. If Filoni does take over Indiana Jones and decides that the future of Indiana Jones is with animated and not live action, okay. If you're gonna do it like the video game, and that's how you're gonna do it, it's not gonna have the same type of success, obviously. But why not? Then do that. Fine. I trust Filoni very much in animated stories. He knows how to do that. That's his thing.
Right.
If they do, totally. If they did that, I'd be on board with that. Would you?
Yeah, definitely. I think that could be really fun. I'm always on board for an animated version of things, especially if you're sticking with, you are with Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni. I like all of his animated work.
Yeah, he should be running the animated division. He should be running the animated division. Chris A. Bethesda owns Fallout and the Indiana Jones game. Todd Howard runs Bethesda and worked on both Fallout TV show and Indy, so he could join the movie. That would be good. That's what they need to do. It's all about team. Who can you get that really understands the product? And don't just get people that think, oh, well, it's Indy. That clearly didn't work last time. Jay Anderson, final Superman box office and audience score predictions. Okay, here we go. We got your Superman story, Steph. Final box office, I'm going to say it does 135 domestic. I'm going to say around 380 worldwide. Audience score predictions. I think audience score is going to land at around like 85.
Okay. I'm similar range. I think it's going to do like maybe I'll say 150 domestically.
That's
yeah,
big,
I'm just going to go big. And then I think maybe just under 400, like 390 or something like that.
Worldwide?
Globally. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the audience score is gonna be right now it's at a 98, right? I think it
No,
would
is it
level or
98?
it's not? Was it
No,
a 92?
let me
It's
see.
90 something. But
Okay.
obviously that there's a huge wave coming in now.
Rotten Tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me see what Rotten Tomatoes right now. 96. 96 audience
96.
score. Oh, that's big.
Super solid, but obviously that can change. So many viewers
Yeah.
to come. So I think it'll land at a 92.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's at 82 for critic score. Isaiah Smith, love him, but I'd be fine if we never saw Indy again. I look if it's if it's the same team and the same ideas behind it, then I'm not then I'm kind of with you, Isaiah. But if you get somebody with a fresh take on it, I'd be willing to check it out. Shay Markel, I'm living in a country where they censor intimacy scenes and they censor intimacy scenes in public theaters. Really, I'm rolling my eyes. If there is a Lois and Clark kiss, it'll be edited out. Oh my gosh, a
Oh my
kiss?
gosh.
Well, they're gonna
I'm
really miss that.
sorry, that sucks. I
They're gonna,
hate censorship.
yeah, they're definitely gonna
Hate it.
censor out the finger in the butt part.
Yeah, for sure. That sucks.
Yeah, it's too bad. Gopal, if Aaron Taylor Johnson doesn't get Bond, he could be a good indie. I love Aaron Taylor Johnson, but I would rather see him Bond. I don't think he pulls indie off. Or maybe Deep or Dan Humphrey. Do you mean Depp or Dan? Depp's too old to play indie, but I'm not sure. Maybe Deep or Dan Humphrey. I don't know Dan Humphrey.
Who's Dan Humphrey? Are you talking about from Gossip Girl?
Look, I'm looking to see if I know who Dan Humphrey is. Dan Humphrey. Oh yeah, this guy, he keeps popping up. Too pretty for indie. He's too pretty.
Wait, which one's Dan Humphrey?
I think he's too pretty.
Oh, that's the fictional character. Okay, yeah. Penn Badgley is
Yeah,
the
Penn
act. Is
Badgley.
that who you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Big Bang OT4, the world's finest movie with Pattinson would be box office. Hope they go with the same young version with part 2 and the brave and bold with older version. I just hope they make. I think at this point, well, here's the thing, and we haven't really talked about this. Should have been the main topic, to be honest with you. After seeing Superman, I just don't think Robert Pattinson fits into this DCU. And his Batman.
Yeah. Even by the trailers, it seems like that.
No, not even
It's
close.
like a bright world. Yeah.
Not even close. I'd love to see it, but I don't know how you do that. I just don't know how you do that. Geek Lodestars, watching Superman today in IMAX, and I'm excited. Been seeing the interviews with the cast, and David is growing on me. Yeah, he's solid. It's a very different version of Superman. Like I said, I wish that they would have developed the characters a little bit more, but not bad.
I love their press tour. I think they are so lovely. The 3 main cast. And David Cornswet I never saw interviews with him, not super familiar with him. I think he's just like the essence of what I think Superman is like.
Yeah.
Mm.
When are you seeing it?
I have to wait a week because my mom can't see it until next Thursday.
Okay. Harry interested in it or not really?
Oh yeah. We're a big comic book. He has like all the comic books. We have like 3 buckets of them.
Okay. Awesome. Legend MM600. Talk about Out Ironheart.
I haven't seen it yet.
Love you both. What did you mean? Talk about Out.
I think he just meant talk about Ironheart.
I'm not sure. Yeah. It's I'm not sure what you meant there, Legend, but it's kind of came and went. Maybe that's what you meant. Shay Markel, want to know how good F1 is? I'm planning to blast the soundtrack while riding my motorcycle from LA to Tijuana for Taco Tuesday. #vacation. You've seen that one. You've seen that one, right?
Yeah, we saw it last weekend. So good. That's great. I know. Yes, I loved it. So I love a race car movie. And I feel you. Like when you finish a great driving movie, you're like, I just want to drive. And especially if it has a soundtrack. Oh my good luck at the border. I feel like I wouldn't want to be there right now.
Right. True. Hitty Hikup. Any vacation plans for you both coming weeks? No, I have a lot of stuff that we've been doing with the family, and so the things that are just happening here with kids and activities and things. So no vacation this year, probably next year. You?
We don't have any huge summer vacay plan. But we're gonna do we're gonna do Santa Barbara for a weekend. I don't know exactly when,
Okay.
but sometime this summer. That's our like main goal, and then we're gonna try to get up to the Bay Area, maybe do some national parks on the way there, but nothing major.
Okay. Shay Markel, sorry to check out early. It's getting late in the evening. No problem. Steph, Kristian, and chat, you're all great. I'll be watching a replay tomorrow. Sport. Thank you, Shay. Shay's amazing.
Good luck with the first 30 minutes of the replay.
Yeah, for real. 26 so far as we get a little further down here. Are we going to have a short show today? Probably. Chris J. Herman, I would encourage you both to watch anime films like Spirited Away. I hear it's great. Princess Mononoke. I'm sure you've seen these, Steph. And Castle in the Sky. Of course you have.
Hello.
Yeah,
The
Steph's
Ghibli girl.
Yes, Steph's a big anime person. She doesn't happen to know that one, but she watched Steph's anime.
Yeah.
I hear great things about all those ones that you mentioned, but what's your favorite out of those?
Probably, I don't know, Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke and are probably my favorite Ghibli movies, and then so I go back and forth between those two.
Okay. Ant-Man's. Hey, Kristian and Steph, do you guys think that Daredevil Born Again will get canceled after season 2 if the viewership isn't better? Why not put him in the movies? Well, that's essentially what we said, right? And I think that I don't know about canceled, but they decide not to continue it. I think 2 will have enough of an arc that they're going to say, if we need to end it here, we can end it here and then just bring him into the movies. And I think that whether it does well or not, that's what they should do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. So the next one after that, again, we are at 27. Not bad. Mark Long, Back to Formula. What movie is that from, Steph?
For F. No, I don't know.
Comic book movie. I'll give you a couple clues. Back to Formula. This is a 2002 movie.
Okay.
It's
a comic book movie. Oh, is it one of the Hulks?
No, Spider-Man 1. It's Willem Dafoe. Back to Formula.
Okay.
Geek Lodestars. One Piece live action was one of those curious on how they would adapt it. I think they nailed season 1. It's just the stuff that comes later on, how they will make it happen. If you know, you know. See, I don't. So I didn't know how the fact that they made, there's a snail phone that I loved. A snail phone. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I love every second of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. And I think that I get that feeling, though. There's the animes that they do adapt that I've seen. I'm like, how will they do that specifically? So, yeah, we'll see.
Bobby Jackson, I'm looking forward to going to Comic-Con this year, and I'll try to see Project Hail Mary panel because I love the book. Well, there you go. And I hope a lot of the book fans go and check that out. That's great. Bobby, let me know how it is. Very excited. All right. So right now, again, 27 right now. And here's the one from Gutty Alvarez. It says, I forget not everyone loves movies. I brought up James Gunn at a dinner party and no one had a clue what I was talking about. Same with 28 years later. But this is what I try to tell people every day on this show. I try to tell people every day that when it comes to certain things, because you're so locked into this world, the average person doesn't know a lot of these things. Oh, of course they know who this is. Like when I was talking to Roxy about Adria Arjona, and she's like, oh, she's a big, huge star. I'm like, in our circle, sure. She's not a big, huge star outside right now. She's not. Pedro Pascal is. And I can tell you that his crossover right now, he's the it guy. And I always use my dad as a test. My dad is 80 years old. Talked to my dad today. And he's asking, oh, they're doing a Fantastic Four movie. And the first thing he says is Halle Berry in it. And I go, no, Dad, she was in the X-Men. He's like, right. He's like, who was in that? And I go, Jessica Alba. Is like, she coming back? I was like, no, it's not that. It's a whole new thing. He's like, well, who's in it? Who's playing the stretchy guy? And I said, Pedro Pascal. Oh, is he? That guy's hot right now. My dad, who knows this? And then I said, Vanessa, and I go, Vanessa Kirby. He goes, who's that? And I said, Vanessa Kirby was in the Crown. She played Margaret. Oh, yeah, I know who she is. He goes, what about who's playing the fire guy? And I said, do you watch Stranger Things? He's like, nah. I'm like, all right. Well, did you watch Gladiator? He goes, Denzel? Not Denzel, Dad. I said the second one is from the Emperor, one of the less crazy Emperor twin. He's like, oh, all right. And then I told him about that the guy from The Bear was playing, Thing. Everybody here, if I say all the names of those people, Joseph Quinn, Evan, like you guys know right away. But you guys are locked into this world.
Right.
Everybody knows. No, they don't. No, they don't. Like most people, everybody knows Superman. The marketing's been great. Everybody knows Superman's coming out. Everybody does. Now, whether they see it, who knows? Not a lot of people knew what the Thunderbolts even was.
Right.
So.
Right. I think if I asked my parents if they knew what the last Marvel movie that came out, they would have no idea. And they watch movies.
Yeah, right.
They probably watch like 4 a week, maybe 5. Like honestly, maybe every day if they have time.
Yeah,
definitely on the weekends.
Yeah, Sadie had no idea what the Thunderbolts was, and she watched it. Well, she's not done with it. She almost done. She likes it, but she hadn't seen a lot of the other Marvel movies, but she watched that and she digs it. But I was like, because I told her it was good. I said, "Is this any good?" I was like, "Yeah." So she started watching it, and so she's checking that out. But like, she didn't even know what it was. She had no clue.
Right.
She had no idea.
Unless I feel like people know Christopher Nolan, but every other and like Scorsese, but James Gunn is one of the biggest to us, and a lot of people don't know that he even took over DC, and I have to like explain it every single time.
Right. But everyone just, because you're so in it, and we talk about this all the time, everybody knows that. No, they don't. They don't. In the same way that there's sports stuff that is going around all the time with certain teams and everything too, that, well, everybody knows what's going on with that player. And I guarantee a great majority of the audience, right, has no clue who certain players are or certain things of what's going on. There are a lot of people in here that do, but they're huge, big sports stories in the sports world, and everybody knows who that is. No, they don't. It is a different world. Just because it's pop culture, there are certain ones that go past it, and those are usually ones that make the big, huge buckets of money. But it doesn't work like that. And like, there's a few directors that, again, name wise, James Gunn's huge in this space. Huge. If I told my dad, well, James Gunn's directing it, well, who's that? What'd he do? That's his first thing he would say. No clue James Gunn is.
Right.
Bobby Jackson. Since San Diego Comic-Con is an international con, I love that studios still come every year. Gives people a chance to see their favorite film and stars in person that they can't get living outside of SoCal. I don't disagree with you. For the fans, it's great. It's a great thing for fans. Absolutely 100%. I'm talking business side here. Business side, it makes no sense for the studios to go. They're losing money all of the time with this. It's good for fans, for sure. Like that, I agree with everything Bobby just said, but it's a money dump for studios.
Unless they do stuff like you're saying, like you put out,
capitalize on it, monetize
performance.
it. Yeah, find a way to do it. Social media, find a way to make it work for you on your own. Don't give it away. Carlton Rudder, London calling. I'm out at the moment, but checking in. Steph looks particularly stunning today. A real beauty. Kristian's looking hench. Is hench good? What's hench mean?
I was thinking the same thing. I don't know.
I think it must be. He's from.
It must. London. Yeah, I feel like UK slang is the best ever.
Nope, it's good.
Yeah, I think so. But thank you. I wish I was in London. It's my favorite city.
Never been. I gotta go. Monica, today is a great day. I had 2 job interviews. Good for you, Monica. That's awesome. Now I'm going to see Superman in an hour. Go, Steph. Thank you, Monica.
Oh my gosh, what a great day, Monica. Tell us how you like it.
Tell us you get the gig. One of the gigs. Make them, if you get 2 offers, make them fight for you. Bobby Jackson, this will be my 23rd attendance. Holy moly, to San Diego Comic-Con. It's a great time, even without the big movie studios, but definitely more fun when they are there. Yeah, but it's more fun for you, Bobby. 23, that's great. Is that where I first met you, Bobby?
Flex.
I wonder where, because I met Bobby so many different times, but I don't know first time I met him. I wonder if it was at San Diego. Good for you, Bobby.
He said hench is like buff. Ed Boy says.
Okay, I don't know about that. I haven't stopped though, Steph. 4 days a week. I went today.
It shows.
Oh, thank you. I've been going 4 days a week. It's good. Sparky, Fanimator wanted me to say animation is for kids. Oh, Sparky, come on.
Oh my gosh, Sparky.
Come on, Sparky. Legend.
It's inciting.
MM600. Haha. What are your favorite parts in Ironheart? For me, Steph hasn't seen it yet. So I thought she was great the actress who plays Riri. I thought the relationship that she had with her AI worked really well. Some of the backstory there. Loved the reveal of the character in the last one and how that was played. Really liked a lot of what Alden Ehrenreich was doing in the show. A lot, actually. And the build up to what they were doing with the Red Hood. The first 3 episodes. I liked the first 2. I think it took a little bit. 3 I liked. 3 and 6 to me are the best parts of it. So there you go. Some positivity. How about that? Rishi Shukla. K-pop Demon Hunters definitely took me by surprise. Really enjoyable, partly the soundtrack. Steph, which song is your favorite? I think mine is What It Sounds Like. It's so powerful. Excited to see Superman tonight.
I truly love them all. I think Golden, but What It Sounds Like is a close second. It's so good. It pumps me up. I know it was because I saw it, and I'm not a K-pop girl. Like I don't know the world that well. So, and then I just thought the title was so on the nose that I was like, oh, is this just for like really young kids?
Right.
And then I started it and was like, oh my God, I love the animation style. And then you instantly, like I said, characters, you fall in love with the 3 girls, and then it just kicks off from there.
Do you want to laugh your ass off?
Yes.
Go and watch Matt Serra's video today. I had him react to it.
Oh my God.
And he reacted to K-pop Demon Hunters. He didn't know what the hell he was watching.
Oh my God. That is hysterical.
It's on the channel, right? On his channel.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
You have to. He
Yeah,
didn't know what the hell he was watching. He had no clue.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he was gonna come over. He's gonna watch Accountant 2. He's like, I haven't seen it yet. Should I watch that? And I go, look, there's this movie. He's like, all right, do people care? He said, well, I like it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. And so he watched it.
Does he have a daughter?
He's got 3.
Okay, so maybe he liked it. I feel like
I won't tell you. You got to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. Gopal, isn't it weird that the regular Carillion Corvette is the one with the side-to-side head, and the Hammerhead Corvette heads goes up and down? Yeah, I always thought that was bizarre. That's true.
That is weird.
Top Dog, RLG. I just watched Jeremy John's Superman review, and one of his main criticisms was Gunn's out-of-place humor bogging down the film. You didn't mention it in your review, but do you think it's a valid criticism? Yes, I do think it's a valid criticism, but I didn't feel the same way. Because the reason why it is, and this is the classic thing of humor is subjective, right? I felt like a lot of the humor was out of place in Guardians 2. And I think that from what they set up certain things, I've come around on that movie a little bit more. And I happen to like Guardians 3 better than I like Superman, where I think the humor is really balanced. I do think there's sometimes that the humor just kind of throws things out of whack in Superman, but I just think that it's set up from the beginning of, oh, this is the kind of tone that this movie is. This is who this character is. It never felt out of place that the particular character that said the humor shouldn't have said it for me. But on the same page, I do think that I could see where someone's like, oh, I'm in the middle of this moment here, and there's a joke. Like, live in the moment. And I think that I had prepared myself, maybe that I understood that we were getting that. And so I just, well, that's the movie we're getting. And I understood, but I and someone sent me Dan Merle's review, which I loved it. And I agree with a lot of Dan's points. His criticism. I understand his criticisms of where you're saying it's overbloated. There's too much going on. There is. It's a matter of enjoyment. It's a matter of enjoyment of, did you like the tone and how it felt? I felt like I was watching a Saturday morning cartoon as a kid, and that I was digging it. And I was digging what the interpretation of this different Superman, this kind of very comic book world Superman. And if you're not on board with that, the other stuff will overtake it. And I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing people who are feeling that way, like, it's too bloated, stuff that the humor's not working for me. I didn't mind the humor, and this is coming from me, who cares about. I think a lot of this humor is not just James Gunn's, but in general. I think sometimes, especially in Marvel, the humor like overpowers these things all the damn time, and I can see the criticism. Steph, I'm curious to hear what you think once you see it.
Right. I know I'm really excited to see what I think, but just to see it in general. I know I'm going to like it. It's just a matter if I love it, how it holds up to his other movies, but I think it's, part of the issue. I feel like I'm going to be okay with the added characters because he's introducing the universe.
Right. Yeah.
their version of the
Yeah, I'm
DCEU.
curious to
So
hear
that's a
your opinion.
huge.
Roman, where you been? Hey, Kristian and Incredible Steph, been busy with work. Well, there you go. Steph, what's your favorite film of the year so far? Good one.
Sinners, I think still. I loved F1, definitely top 5.
Yeah.
I also really loved Ballerina. I did.
Oh, did you?
So, but
Okay.
yeah, I did. I thought it was just really great action.
Okay.
It's not necessarily that I thought I liked the
Yeah.
story a lot, but I just, for me, is more like I
Okay.
remember the action sequences
Mm,
more than I remember in other movies, and that says a lot because
okay.
it was just so unique. But yeah, probably Sinners.
Okay. Um, Interesting. So Jay Anderson follows and says, favorite national park, Yellowstone. He loves it.
Oh, I love Yellowstone. Probably it's in between Zion and Yosemite, but probably Yosemite. I have the fondest memories in Yosemite.
Also, we drove through Yellowstone when we were, I mean, I can't remember how young my youngest was, probably 1 or 2, but my father-in-law lived in Wyoming at the time.
Oh,
And so
cool.
we went into Idaho because my sister-in-law lives there and we were there. We drove from Idaho to Wyoming. And it was like we stopped on the way to Yellowstone, some other things. It was a nice trip. Clay Titus smacking booties and making duties. Nice. Is that a
Period.
new movie coming out? Nathan Drake, I'd rather see another indie game instead of a movie. Sure. Yeah, I mean that's the video games similar to Star Wars. The video game team is telling better stories than the movie people. So I get it.
Video game writing has gotten so good.
Yeah, it's true. Bobby Jackson. Yep. First time we met was San Diego Comic Con. There you go. I've been following your work since you and Mark were on the radio with Adam Carolla. Oh man, long time ago. Yeah, it was that was a long time ago. I actually have a picture of myself, Ellis, and Carolla on the wall because that was such a monumental time for us. So, well, yeah, I love that. I mean, that makes sense that we met at San Diego Comic Con. Top Dog. RLJ. I enjoyed the hell out of Ironheart for the first 4, but then it kind of fizzled at the end. I thought it had a lot of heart, pun intended. Good. I mean, you know what it is also? It's just they did put it out now on purpose. They kind of buried it because they put it out right before Superman came out, where nobody was going to be talking about anything except Superman. And then Fantastic Four. There's like, let's put it out there. Hopefully they don't hate it. And people didn't hate it. It just didn't. It didn't do well in the ratings. And they're like, okay, here you go. And then it's like, oh, go watch. I know you're gonna watch Superman, but don't worry, we have Fantastic Four coming out next. And they just buried it. Zeus Fleming says support for Roxy. Nice, Zeus. Perfect. You'll take it.
Hell yeah.
C Black.
Totally.
And Fantastic Four grabbed the incredible crowd and audience. Potentially. What do you think? You think they
in terms of what do you mean by that?
It's essentially the Incredibles. I mean, the Fantastic Four. So, like,
okay.
Asking, do you think the people who love the Incredibles are going to kind of say, "Well, it's kind of a live action version of the Incredibles," and maybe they go and see it?
Maybe. I mean, I hadn't made that connection, but for sure, I guess when you say it like that, it definitely has similarities.
Yeah. Carlton Runner, Henchman's ripped. Well, thank you. I mean, not quite there yet, but definitely feel better. I'll tell you that. Okay. Go Pal. I went to Yellowstone. That's why it was Steph, the one note you gave, about him patting his belly. I'm hoping I don't have a belly by the time that comes in.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's true.
That's
You
it.
might need to put on something. You just said it. You had put on weight.
Right.
I think it said something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, we might have to write some of that out. That's kind of the
right.
point. Go Pal. I went to Yellowstone the summer before high school with a bunch of my best friends. It was awesome, but the lasting memory is the sulfur. That's true. It is that was big. It's like the bog of eternal stench. Jake, when's the next time you think we'll see Mephisto's glorious asshole? I think he'll be a villain for the Young Avengers. Maybe that's hilarious. Steph, you wouldn't get that, but
yeah.
I don't know because I don't want to go too spoiler into it, Jake, but that show was shot in 2022, so I don't know what the plans were back then as opposed to what the plans are now, but I think the response has been good. So I think you bring them in. I don't know. Go Pal. I remember Huffy Big Spray to cover the smell. Totally. 100%. Roman Fedorak. Nice, Steph. Love all the Sinners is getting love that Sinners is getting. It's my favorite also. I love F1, and Life of Chuck is awesome. Very underrated.
Oh, I need to check Life of Chuck out.
I didn't see that one either.
That's the one with Tom Hiddleston, right?
I think so. Yeah. It is. Unheard Sirens Incorporated. Remy. Fantastic Four is definitely copying Incredibles' homework, which is the smart play. I think it is the smart play. And I think that it also, well, to be fair, Fantastic Four came out first over the Incredibles.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but obviously great movies borrow from each other, and especially when one is a different medium, that's smart. Incredibles is so good.
Yep, it is. Bobby Jackson, Kristian, did you ever finish Squid Game season 1 on your own? No, I kept trying to do it. Right now, the Bear season 4 is my priority. That's my priority right now. I just finished episodes 1 and 2.
Okay, I just finished episodes 1 and 2. Eben Moss is that's my favorite character this season, and by far he is he's because the show's it is a dark show, and he is like, please put Eben on the screen. I need a joke. I need the joke, and he is like he is so talented.
So good.
But I'm on Squid Game season 3, guys. Let's talk about this for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
I love this show, but I think so. I got to episode 4, and I think I have 2 episodes left, and I haven't had the courage to get back in there because in this, I feel like the news is so stressful that I'm bringing it back to our first point about needing comedies.
Right.
I'm having a really hard time with something as dark as Squid Games. It just feels like it used to feel so far from reality, and now it kind of feels closer to reality, even though it is obviously insanity. But I get it. I don't know what I would do if I was the creator, because I think part of the huge awe and buzz of it was how crazy and grotesque the games were.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm feeling fatigue of the games and how dark it is.
People haven't liked this season of season 3, and they haven't liked the Bear season 2, which or season 4. I like season 4 so far, but I'm on 2 episodes into it, so I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I am to fly camp. Steph, where's the channel? Is your first review Superman?
No, I'm not doing I'm not doing movie reviews. So, and I don't think ever, because that just feels like it's a whole different lane.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not going to say that I won't do something for like Wicked. Kristian and I have talked about that. But that's not going to be my thing. And this month, that's the channel's this month.
Yeah, we'll do, if you want to do the same thing Brett did, you make me a little promo, like 30 seconds or whatever too, and I'll run it next time you're on the show.
Okay, cool.
Adrian Toribro, can't wait for Superman and Fantastic Four. Support for both. Absolutely, go and check them out both, especially if you want to see them. Zeus, sure. I'm a dumbass. I meant support for Steph. LOL. He'll support for for everywhere. That's hilarious.
It all runs its course. Support for her, support for me.
Yeah. Legend. Who am I rooting for, the Mariners or the Yankees? The only time I ever was even like, oh man, the damn Yankees messed up and gave a win to the Mariners was when you guys got Jay Bruner. That's it. This I like. Go ahead.
What? The Mariners are doing good on their TikTok. I don't pay attention to baseball at all. But they have that Woo pitcher, and I saw a video of him calling his parents to say he got on the All-Stars, and it just was like so heartwarming. It's so cute to see someone's goals reached.
Yeah. Steph, can you do me a favor? Can you put a link of your channel? First of all, it should be in the description, right? But if it's not, can you put it in the chat right now?
Yeah.
Just put your link. Put your link, just so that people have been asking about it. So I want to make sure they can go and subscribe to it. Right now, the last one, but we'll see at 50. Eric Slaby, thoughts on Brendan Sklenar as Indy possibly? If you see 1923, you know he can pull that off. It's essentially, they're absolutely. The question is, again, he's got the sass to it. He could absolutely pull Indy off, 100%. Marco, Rocha, Mike Beef again on X. They lost did they really? Are they going after it again? Each other? They can't be. Because they're both because I think they both like the movie. They can't be. You're lying.
Oh, Rocha liked Superman?
He loved it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he loved it. Yeah, he loved it. I mean, I think that says a lot about him. I think, the fact he's not
Yeah,
gonna,
totally. I'm a Rocha fan.
yeah, he's not. Wait, they are going at it. These two idiots. Hold on, I'm gonna bring this up.
I
don't
love
know
when
this
Kristian
yet. Hold on, where is this? Let me bring
bring
this up.
it up.
I'm gonna bring it up. This is ridiculous. What are these two going after? Wait, where is this thing? Yeah, and while I read this, you guys can put in some more support for Steph, so we keep her on the air here. Okay, let's see. Is this where it comes from? Because let's see. I don't know. All right, here we go. So, with high box office numbers are always a goal. The true members for James Gunn is Iron Man is not Superman and supremely disingenuous as a little goalpost movie to say no. This is not the same situation, and yada yada yada. Warner Bros. Will be happy with a well-reviewed movie that makes $500 million. I guarantee you that. Where's Mike? I don't see Mike anywhere. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. This is where it starts. Not true at all. Going off logic, the Batman making just over $700 million versus. Are they going at it? I don't even see them going at it. I don't see them going at it. I just see him commented on it. I don't see anything. So it doesn't look like they're going at it. Just Mike just commenting on shit. So it doesn't look like are they beefing again? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Jake, my remaining most anticipated movies of the year would be Avatar 3 and Wicked for good. Do you think Wicked has a chance at $1 billion? I do. I do think it has a chance at $1 billion. How much did the original make? Let me see. Box office, Mojo, first Wicked. We've gone through this before, but you know how much it made, Steph?
No.
How much would you guess worldwide that it made?
850.
About 100 off, 756, but that's pretty damn good, especially in November for a musical. Pretty damn good. But a lot of people, it also did very well on digital, so it's very possible that it could make $1 billion. It's very possible. A guarantee? No, but it's possible. Avatar is you take that to the bank, it'll make $1 billion.
Yep.
All right, that's it for now. So 54, still pretty damn good. That was replies, by the way. So pretty damn good in general, considering we started off so you didn't have a Superman topic today and everything else too. But Steph, where can the people find you again?
Just add Steph Sabraw on all socials.
That's it. And so and Steph and I will have I'll have an update for you on so this is again for the audience again, and Steph is not a bullshitter, so my wife's too. So what did you think of your character, and are you excited to play the character?
Oh, yeah, she's amazing. Kristian asked me who my favorite character was, and it's hard to say because I didn't want to be like, oh, the one you wrote. But yeah, she is so funny, and I like that she's dimensional, but there's so many ways to play that character, but it's genuinely funny, and it's not funny in like the low-hanging fruit funny, which is hard to do with that specificity that you have laid out.
Good. I'm excited to have you play that. All right. So I am Two Flare Cam, Winston, Roxy, Steph, Brett, all have channels. Please don't go live all at once. Steph, have you ever been to a Laker game?
Yeah, I don't think we will. We're pretty good at communicating those kind of things. But no, I haven't been to a Laker or a Dodger game. And I've lived here for like 10 years.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Well, look, we did it. 55. You guys rule. Apple Podcasts. Oh, just kidding. Hold on a second. Got another one. Thoughts on Jeff Snyder saying Lucasfilm isn't exploring a Kenobi season 2, but Daniel Rickman says they are exploring it. I mean, exploring it. That can mean anything. Hey, we had conversations with you about how can we do this. Exploring it is development. Do I think they're exploring it? Sure. Do I think it's realistic that it's going to happen? No, I don't. Unless they really go in a place where they're going to take the Andor approach to it, because what they did last time was PU. All right.
Yeah.
Are we doing this thing again where every time I try to sign off, they throw another one in and don't let you go? At 56, you'd bid about another 150 or something like that in order to win. All right. We did? Missed my let's see. Some Zeus said I missed one. Let me see. Where'd you go, Zeus? Because I didn't. Zeus Fleming. Oh, I see it. Zeus. Zeus Fleming just finished watching a screener of Sovereign starring Nick Offerman. It was an anxiety-fueled movie. Jacob Tremblay was amazing. And have you ever seen it? No, I hadn't really heard of it until you just brought it up now, Zeus.
I hadn't heard of it either.
I like Nick Offerman and I like Jacob Tremblay. So it's so funny. Jacob Tremblay now, he's probably like 40 years old. So I think he's what? How old is he now? He's got to be like 12, 13 years old, if not older. It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
Got to be. What are your more your anticipated ones, by the way?
For what?
Movies coming up. Oh, mine just went out. What the hell's going on?
Oh my gosh.
How'd that happen? That never happens. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna try this. Give me a second. Hold on.
Okay. I see you.
I know I should be back in a second. Now I'm back.
Okay, yeah.
Why that?
My anticipated movies for the year?
Yeah, I know Wicked and Avatar, right?
Yeah, and then for sure Fantastic Four and Superman.
Right. Okay, yeah. Those two. I'm seeing Fantastic Four this Monday. I think the following Monday. I'm seeing it though. And then Avatar and After the Hunt, which I mentioned. I'm very excited for that one. And then Tron, I think, is getting up there, even though I haven't seen a trailer for it. I'm still interested. And there's quite a few. Caught Stealing, I'm interested in also. The Bruce Springsteen movie, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was cool.
This is one. Are you going to see Eddington? So I had a screening for it, but I have 2 screenings on Tuesday. And there was another one, Eddington. The other screening was on Tuesday, but it was but the 2 screenings I'm going to see Smurfs at 5:30, and then the same movie theater right afterwards at 7:30 is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, okay, big day.
Yeah, that's a big one. Oh, and Smashing Machine is another one too. That's another one I'm very excited for. So, all right, that's it for now. Thank you again for being here. Thank you to Steph. Thank you for everybody. Appreciate you. And we'll be back here tomorrow, myself and Winston and Coy talking Superman. I'm going to have a Superman spoiler review out for myself, and then Rocha and I will do a full spoiler review on Monday. So thanks for being here. Again, thank you for Steph and her internet, my internet, and appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.